Welcome back to day 121 of becoming a millionaire. All right, boys. So, day 121. If you guys don't know me, my name is Daniel Diaz. Currently documenting every single day of documenting this lead generation agency. And you're slowly scaling right now. Yes. We have been seeing some roadblocks ahead of us, especially this past month, though, with getting results. Of course, our service delivery process has some bottlenecks that we haven't yet discovered, but we are currently in the process of figuring everything out. So there's nothing to worry about. We're at 4 magnificent clients, which are absolute beauties. If you're watching this video right now, I'm sure you're probably about like 16 to 30 years old. You want to start a business model, but you just don't know which one to pursue because there's so many that you can pursue. So that's why I'm going to be telling you everything that I've personally learned running a lead generation agency the last 5 months, all of the struggles, the reality of it. I am an authentic ass YouTuber. I wouldn't even call myself a YouTuber, okay? I'm literally just documenting for number one, my sake, and number two, to educate people on the reality of running this specific type of business model, as well as giving free sauce away, because I am currently I'm walking ahead of you guys so you guys can learn from me and not make the same mistakes I did. That's basically what this channel is for, and to also just see my progress. I always need to measure if I'm getting better every day, or if I'm staying stagnant, if I'm getting worse. So these videos have really helped me with that. And it's crazy. Already day 120. If you guys have been watching from the beginning, I was lost and everything just started working out. Around 5 months ago, my partner Matthew, we started a lead generation agency. And so basically, we just specialize in one certain skill. All right. We dove into such a deep state of immersion where we just got good, super, super good and skilled at cold outreach. That was the one thing we studied every single day. We, took a bunch of courses. We were just watching YouTube videos all day, listening to podcasts on our way to the gym, in the gym, out the gym, before bed, waking up. Everything we did was to get better at cold outreach. And so doing this, we practiced, okay? We got super good very quickly in a short period of time. So next thing you know, we were able to get going. So we did some more research into what should we really double down on. There's so many different things we can do, many different outreaches, and right now, this is still where we're at. We just decided to go all in on one specific one, which was cold email. So we stuck with cold email, and that was our main focus. Just think about it like a dark room. You can have a lamp that dimly lights up the room, or you can have a laser and point it in one spot, and it lights up that one certain point super, super brightly. Hope you guys understood that. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's like you got to focus on one specific type of skill and get super good at that one specific thing. If you guys have all these different energy points, you guys would just be mildly good at a bunch of different things, Comes back to that jack of all trades, master of none type of dilemma. So just get good at one specific thing. Study it in and out. Listen to videos about it every single day before you go to bed, before you go to sleep, and just start. Okay, just learn to fail. You guys will be shit when you start, and most of you guys quit when you guys realize that, right? It's uninformed optimism. You guys want to get into these business models. Like, I'm going to crush it. I'm going to make 10K a month in my first 3 months of running this. I'm going to get rich so quickly. And then next thing you know, you have clients in your fucking uni box saying, not interested, stop emailing me 20 different times. And all you see is red in your instantly inbox, and you're crying yourself to bed. That's what you have to go through. That's what you need to go through to get good at these things. Getting good at something is calling 1,000 people over a week and not booking any appointments and getting shit on by everyone multiple times. That is how you learn. And that is how you actually get good at these skills. Yes, you can watch and study. That is amazing. That's what we do on weekends. We always operate within the company Monday to Friday, and Saturday, Sunday we work out on the company, outside the company, learning different things so we can apply it within the company, reading different books. We do that every day anyways. But just learning, right? Because to live is to learn. One sec, boys. I gotta get a haircut, bro. Again. And man, my face has been like breaking out. I don't know if it's because I've just been like caveman mode. I think that's why. Anyways. Where was I? Yeah. That's how we got good. We then decided to start making SOPs on literally every single thing in cold email. Okay. Anything that took a process, we systemize it. We have this whole Miro whiteboard that just has a shit ton of SOPs. 20 different 30 SOPs that just go over literally every single process that we have to do to get a campaign started, because there's so many internal micro processes within every macro process, and it's just like process within process within process within process. So just having it on paper and it being visible helps us understand the whole process. It's like lifting up the engine to your car, not knowing what the fuck the engines mean or having any names. You can't really diagnose anything, right? So having it on paper just lets us diagnose things more effectively and help us pinpoint any problems, really. So we did that, and we started sending about 200 emails a day for our account. This is for one email account, which is ours. We had 5 different domains with 5 different @. So we would have our company is Valente. So Matthew was running it using his name. It was, for example, it was Matthew @Success Valente, one domain. The second domain would be Matthew @Valente Media. Third one, Matthew @Valente Media Success. Or fourth one is Valente Success. I don't know. You guys get it. So 5 different domains, and we launched the campaigns on instantly. We lead scraped using Apollo. Lead scraping is a skill as well that you guys just watch videos on. If you guys want to get started, because this business model is pretty easy. If you guys know the right tools to use, if you guys know, the proper copy to use, the right sending times, everything. If you guys get good at the skill, you guys will get results. Just like in any other skill, right? So we then just found one certain niche, okay? And picking a niche is super imperative to having a successful campaign. So boys, every time you guys pick a niche, make sure it fits the HAT framework. Is your niche hungry? Is your niche accessible? Is your niche transactionable? Do you guys understand? Does your niche have a hunger for your product? Can you access them? How will you access them? Can it Will they see your emails? Will they see your calls? Will they see your DMs? And do they have money? If the niche isn't making money, then you aren't making money. So just go where the money is. Simple. Follow that framework. And that's what we did. And that's how we found our proper niche. So we started in property management, but the niche was not transactionable. They simply were not making enough money for us to benefit. So we had to drop a few clients and move along. It was a hard decision to make. Matt made that decision. And it was one of the best decisions, because we moved to a niche that actually had money flowing in to pay us, right? We went where the money was, we went where the hunger was, and we went where they were accessible, which ended up in consultancies. So we are actually in the consultancy niche. So in short, we help consultants get more clients using cold email outreach. That is our service now. And now we are known in the consulting industry for that. We made a name for ourselves in a smaller segment. So slowly, when we just conquer this segment, then we can just branch out into other, industries slowly. But right now, our focus is to be the big fish in a small pond, where there's not a lot of cold email companies that do these sort of things for consultants, or for the firms at least. But we figured it out, and we managed to get about 4 clients in the month of February and March. We are still servicing them. Those exact clients, we are still working with them, guys. And we do the exact same thing for us with them. The same machine that got us those clients, we simply just do the exact same thing for them. So we make a campaign for them. We gather their ICP. We use Apollo, put the right filters in. Use Export Apollo. Export 1,000 leads. Run a campaign. Import them leads into Instantly. Make phenomenal copy. Do your warm-ups. Shoot the emails. Let her run. 150 to 200 a day. Be quick with the follow-ups. That is another thing that's imperative. You guys take too long. And if the niche is showing some sort of resistance, and it's clear that in your emails, there's a lot of resistance, try to break that resistance up with a 5-minute call. Straight up. Just be like, hey, would you be down for a quick 5-minute chat just so we can explain further, explore further? At the beginning, we had zero trust, right? So we simply had to make them trust us by simply getting on a phone call, hearing our voice, hearing more about our company, the things we do, how we can help them. The emails sometimes at the beginning just weren't working for us. We couldn't book right through the email. But as we continue to work with more people and get more experience, then, we obviously upped our service price, and we upped a bunch of other things. So now we are still trying to figure out the service delivery process. Because one thing that we didn't really consider was if the same copy and the same approach we used in our niche would work for our clients. We thought it would, be smooth, and a little bit of uninformed optimism was at play. So boys, this is literally exactly how we are planning to scale to 40K a month by the end of 2025. 100%. As long as we figure out the service delivery process, this machine is so scalable. All you have to do is start hiring account managers, bro. Every new client you onboard, new account manager, and you can just start scaling sideways until you have an empire, and then you can start breaking into AI, for example, and hire cold callers, and that's how agencies scale, right? Hire more team members. That's how it goes, which is in the works for us. We're actually looking to hire a cold caller and an account manager that can help us with these client accounts. So if any of you are interested into, being an appointment setter for us, or even an account manager, we would obviously pay you. Just comment down below and we'll connect. So boys, I hope you got clarity on a proper business model to run. This is what's working for us, and this is how we are planning to make millions of dollars by sending cold emails. Literally finding one industry, one niche that is hungry, accessible, transactionable, and getting super good at cold email. Getting good at writing phenomenal sounding copy that looks non-intrusive, that is nonchalant. You're not overdoing these things like fucking 4 paragraphs, a bunch of smiley faces everywheres, and a bunch of excitement. You guys want to avoid that. You guys want to sound like super neutral, nonchalant, casual, conversational. And you guys just want to sound human. With, obviously, you can use AI with your cold emails, but just sound human as much as you can and use AI to automate it. But you should be writing your copy. Okay? I'm low-key tired as fuck right now. Eyes are, closing on me. But we're here, boys, and we're putting in work. This will pay off for the rest of my life. I'm in my 20s. It's only room for growth, boys. I'm looking to grow with you guys as well. Stay locked in. And I'll see you guys for day 122 tomorrow. Peace.